Hello everyone, no respawns here, hope you're doing well. So back again in Sunshine Tidings Co-op, and in this video we've got a weapons shop. Now this is, as you probably see, there was actually, those of you who remember the location, there was actually one of the cabins here. I've used the scrapping mod to get rid of that because I decided that the cabins were annoying me. I want to decorate a couple of them, but like especially down in this area, I'd rather, you know, build something cool here instead. This also makes heavy use in the decoration, as you'll see, of Toys Out of the Pram's military clutter mod, which I reviewed in the last video. So I'll link that again. I'll just link my video so that way you can watch the review, and also that way you can find the links easier. It's on all platforms, so don't worry about that. It's a really, really good mod, and it just, for any kind of military decor or just weapons decoration, it is awesome, as you will see. Just as an update as well, so those of you who obviously are watching this as it goes live will notice that I haven't uploaded a video in kind of almost 16 days. I'm not dead, and don't worry, I haven't stopped YouTubing or anything like that. Those of you who follow Twitter will know the situation, but basically it just happened to be that 2 weeks ago, the company I was working for did the delivery date for our project, and the fact that we were massively understaffed really started to show. And what was meant to be 3 days of me, basically, because I actually had timed, so I was officially leaving that job on the Wednesday was my last day. So this is Wednesday, the week before last. I ended up having to work 2 days extra because we were so massively understaffed, and it was one of my best friends who was my colleague working with me. It was just us, and we just, my brain was just absolutely frazzled. I was working basically literally all day, and then just like waking up middle of the night to kind of like tweak things due to like printing and stuff. It was absolutely mad. And then, because I'm an idiot, I decided that I wanted to start my new job exactly the following week rather than take a week off. So for the last week, I've been doing my new job, which is awesome, very, very cool office and much better company. However, the problem is, it's just, you know, when you start a new job, your brain's just like, you're not really in the zone, and then throw into the mix the, you know, the just general kind of slight shame of not uploading a video for longer than I should have. It just made the whole thing kind of, it was a big barrier for me to pass. But it's really, really cool. I'm fine now. I'd actually tried to record a Frostpunk hard mode video. Didn't work. Just couldn't get my head around it. And also tried to do a reaction video to the Rage 2 trailer. That didn't work. I've got like 3 hours of scrapped footage in my folder right now. It's hilarious. Oh, some of you have just asked as well, because we get really confused in my working situation. The too long didn't read is that I've been contracting for the last year. So I've been working for one company as a freelancer and then doing other jobs when and there. So money's been really good, but that means some of you have been like, oh, you started a new job again. No. So basically, this new job is my first permanent working from an office job in about nearly 2 years. The other ones have been contracting, so they've been working in office but on a freelance basis. So this is basically similar to when I first started doing YouTube, basically, when I actually had a normal schedule. It was going to be quite nice, and the pay's a lot better, and it's a really nice office, so life's very good. I'm in a very, very good place. It's just that my brain was absolutely frazzled. Anyway, back to the build. It's alright, I've got the intro part out of the way. It's fine. So as you can see, what I've gone and done is I've got that kind of security gate there with the window. That's where the vendor's going to be serving the weapons. And the whole idea is that you, the customer, will not actually be able to go inside. That's the premise. This is going to be basically similar. It's heavily inspired by the Gunrunners shop, the vendor in Fallout New Vegas. If you remember the one with the robot that's actually got the kind of shop built around them. It's basically like that, effectively. And then I thought it'd be really, really cool is the upstairs is going to be like a wee workshop, but not something as advanced as the gun runners. This is where, you know, your pipe pistols and your shotguns get made, and maybe they do a little bit of customization there. So I thought that would be kind of like RP-wise quite cool. You know, more of a kind of like a gun supplier / production place, but maybe not as advanced as some of the others, basically, which is quite cool. It also gave me an excuse to make use of the ramps that came in the beams and supports mod, so I think it looks quite cool. I think you'll quite like it. And there's a little bit of the footage in this got corrupted as well. Not much, but I'll point out where it is. It's just like, I think it's about 3 minutes of footage got corrupted, because my capture card does that, unfortunately. Just because it's twat, and it hates me, and apparently this video just really wanted to be awkward. But other than that, it's pretty grand. This one worked really, really well. I was a bit stumped on what else to build at Sunshine Tidings Co-op because of the fact that I'd used up kind of the main real estate effectively in terms of landmass. However, now that I've realised I can scrap these cabins, it kind of opens up a few more possibilities. I think I will do a cabin decoration video because I do want to use them, but I'm literally probably just going to have about 2 of them, I think, because they're a bit boring. I mean, to be honest, you can only really decorate them. Like, I'll probably do, like, reinforce them, maybe build something on top, but they're just slightly awkward structure. Plus, you know, it's much cooler to have something in this location. But yes, life's good. My brain's completely screwed on right now, which is grand. My new job's really cool, though. Those of you who work in London might know the kind of office I'm referring to. I don't know if they have them in Europe or America or, you know, wherever else. But basically, it's this brand of offices called WeWork. So what they do is it's this kind of, I think they're like a, I guess, building management company that basically make workspaces, but they're like really hipstery. Think what someone thinks a San Francisco startup looks like, but has never seen one before. That's what they look like. So they're really cool. I'd never worked on them, but there are like 20 of them in London. I work in one of those. It's quite cool. But it's kind of overwhelmingly hipsterish though. Like, I'm like this weird kind of ex-goth hipster combo looking person right now. But I've never actually worked in a place like this, and it's absolutely mad. There's free beer downstairs, everyone. Yeah? There's actually beer taps every day after 2 o'clock. The beer taps turn on. It's just... And it's good beer as well. It's meantime. Meantime, pale ale, lager and cider. It's really, really grand. Deadly, though. Deadly. I'm a bit overwhelmed. But anyway, life's just odd right now, people. Plus, we've got E3 in 3 weeks. Oh, excited. I'm going to do an E3 video, by the way, I think. So the plan is to do a... I'll either just generally live tweet it, or what I would like to do is maybe just live stream it, potentially. I don't know if I can do that, though. I might get in trouble if I do that on YouTube. I'll see what the rules are, or if someone knows them, let me know. Because I've got, like, my my HD 60 camera, so, you know, we could just kind of get some drinks together, and, you know, we could all just watch E3. I mean, what I could do is I could have it so I don't actually show any footage of E3, and I just tell you guys to just, you know, watch the stream, so you'll have to have like 2 streams open or something. I think that'd be quite cool. Let me know in the description if you think that'll be fun. We could make this work. It'll be alright. Assuming of course that it's during the day. It should be fine. I'll just make sure I either book off some days at work or something. I don't know. If not, sorry in advance, but it would be quite fun. Yeah, we could get really drunk and just watch E3. In terms of predictions, probably should do an actual E3 predictions video. I don't think we'll get a Fallout or an Elder Scrolls, if I'm utterly honest. We'll get, obviously, more updates on Rage 2, and there's also a new Doom game is coming out as well, which is quite cool. My guess is a new Prey or Prey DLC. That's a hopeful guess, because that's one of the best Bethesda games made in the recent years. Potentially more stuff for Dishonored, and I would definitely say more info on the next update to the Wolfenstein series. That would be my guess, and maybe a new IP, but that's potentially being hopeful. I think the new IP that they've been hinting at was actually just Rage, but we will see, because it's not really a new IP, but it's a re-release of an old one. But yeah, and obviously, and then we've got all the other games, which may or may not, you know, so we might have something cool, which will be pretty grand. Re-Rage as well. So Rage looks really cool. Rage 2, if you haven't watched the gameplay trailer, watch it. It's really good. Now, I did watch it, because obviously it's a little bit apocalyptic, so it looks a bit like Fallout. And I don't think there's going to be any settle build. Actually, I'm just guaranteeing you there will not be any settlement building, because it kind of seems to be playing like Doom a little bit. However, I'm going to be almost certain and tell you that though there won't be settlement building, there will be map building. Those of you, I never used it. I think there's like the Snap Map kit, I think it's called, for Doom. So though I probably won't be able to do any settlement building, I probably will make maps for it, because it'll be a good game. It'll suit the style. Like, you know, I could make something cool. My probable thing is I'll possibly do is try and replicate Fallout 4 locations in the Snap Map, but I'm pretty sure there will be one. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty cool. But I think more raid stuff as it comes. So yes, this is looking like a cool build. You see what I mean? See, so we've got the parts that got corrupted the videos. You see the barns bits. So it's basically just pretty standard structure. It's kind of a box shape with windows and then a kind of like curved glass, angled glass roof. It's pretty straightforward. It's nothing fancy at all. I didn't have to do any glitching putting any of the warehouse bits in. It just decided to crash. Don't worry, by the way, there is a nice low tour, so you can see me having a little bit of a nightmare with this area right here. I end up rebuilding, which you'll see in a bit, this staircase, because I realized too late that it was going back too far, and obviously it wouldn't line up to the doorway because I'm a twat and didn't think that far ahead. But it's okay. It's alright. It's fine. I wasn't annoyed doing this. It's okay. I wasn't swearing at my screen. No, it's alright. Audiobook I'm listening to while watching this was the Lorgar one. I really need to get sponsored by Audible. Wait until I pass 100 subs, yeah? Then we'll get Audible. And we'll get an Audible discount for everyone, yeah? Including me. Because I use them all the time. For my building. They're really good. But I've been doing the Lorgar one. I haven't actually listened to much of it, just to be utterly frank. I try and listen at work and I just can't focus because I've got, you know, using Pardot and loads of Salesforce shit and I have to pay attention, so it's fine. Plus Lorgar is actually the whiniest of the Primarchs. Isn't he? Isn't he? Those of you like 40k, back me up on this. Lorgar, what a little bitch, yeah? The guy was screwed to begin with, to be utterly honest. I'm obviously Imperial through and through. If you want to know the Primarchs I'm sympathetic to on the traitor side, it's all about my boy Perdurabo. I personally think he would have turned out fine had he just got a hug and maybe allowed to make something nice and not just reduced to making sieges. I'm torn between saying Magnus did nothing wrong, but the rest of them were kind of twats, really. If I'm utterly honest. Maybe sympathetic a bit to Matarion, but not very much. Stinky twat. Really needs a shower. Fulgrim was a pretentious prick. Obviously Angron was fucked. Horus was just an actual bit of a dumbass, really. And Conrad Kurz. Goth. Happy Goth Day, Conrad. And yeah, those of you who don't understand 40k, you should just read the books. I highly recommend getting into the Horus Heresy novels. Horus Rising is an incredibly good book. Makes you sympathise with the loyalist members of the traitor legions. Plus, it's written by Dan Abnett, who is one of the best authors ever. So yes. Sorry, by the way, if the narration in this video is a teeny bit wafflier than normal. I've actually recorded this once before, but I was just completely rambling. But I'm just a little bit out of practice. My brain's a little bit still recovering. It's fine. I think the next video will be a mod review because I want to do. So Toys Out of the Pram, who has, you know, been very prolific recently, has kind of released loads of smaller mods. One of them is like there's stuff for shops. There's some tarps. So what I'll possibly do is I'll kind of just grab all of their mods that I've not looked at yet, and because they're all worth the download, you know what I mean, and they're all on all platforms now. So I think the next video, and it'll be a nice, easy one for me to kind of, you know, warm my brain juices up. And then on the video I'm doing that goddamn Frostpunk hard mode guide, mainly because my Frostpunk videos have done really, really well, because the game's incredibly popular. So I want to cash in that, yeah? Be good, yeah? But yeah, plus it's a grand game. Also the new Stellaris DLC has come out, but I just don't have the brain power to do a review on that yet. But Stellaris is on sale, definitely buy it. God, I am a bit waffly today, hasn't it? Anyway, so this build I really, really like. This whole settlement is coming together quite a lot, I think. I think, now that we're going to remove these trailers, I think, how many of them are there? 4? There are 3 at the top. Yeah, 4. I think there are 4 more. So I'll maybe do 2 more, and then we can decorate 3, I think. I think in terms of the problem with this settlement, right, is because it's quite big. I have loads of detail to do, and I'm dreading it because it's going to take me hours. Like, for example, like if I just did because I want to do, obviously when I finish this, I want to do a full settlement tour so you can see all the buildings together. The problem is if I just did the builds, there would be loads of space, like the streets are a bit shit, you know what I mean? It's just the whole thing wouldn't really work. I eventually just give up trying to show you this part. I manually put it in later. Here's the door. Oh yeah, I just literally deleted that part. I was like, I don't bother. Anyway, so this looks really cool. I really like this structure. It has a very industrial vibe, but also it kind of, I really like the way the structure's kind of split. So you can see it's kind of mixing the barns and then the kind of the steel pits. It kind of wouldn't look at a place in Diamond City. So here's where the vendor is. I do a nice slow tour on the inside because I really want to show off the military clutter mod by Toys Out the Pram. As said, link in the description to my last video, which will have the links to the mod as well, which definitely check it out. But as you can see, all of this decoration is pre-made. Everything, it's other than the boxes, is just I stacked them myself, and that table and a couple of small bits, but most of it, shall we say, is pre-made, like the shelves, these gun racks. Very, very cool. It makes this shop fit and work, but also if you're doing like a player home with like a little bit of a kind of armory area or anything like that, you've got everything you need, every kind of gun rack you want. And I really like the upstairs as well. As you can see, I forgot to put this door on. Oops, it's fine. And that mini nuke, god damn it, is not close to that box. It should be much closer. I didn't realise because I put it there. It's fine. I might just get rid of it. Got your lathe. This is where they make all the pipe pistols and do upgrades and stuff. It's pretty cool. I quite like this. Anyway, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I will have a new video up soon. I'm going to be back now that I've structured at least 2 videos a week, but ideally I want to get back to 3. But until the next video, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. You take care.